Welcome to Keto Meals and Recipes.com. Today I'm going to show you how I make a very easy prep-ahead single-serving carnivore cottage cheese frittata muffin. These frittata muffins are really good and very filling that are perfect anytime, but especially for those busy days when you have to have an on-the-go breakfast, or you can assemble it as part of your lunch. I find eating just one of these carnivore cottage cheese frittatas absolutely filling, and it holds me until dinner. But actually my husband and my boys enjoy 2 of these frittatas for breakfast. There are many interpretations of carnivore. This carnivore recipe is not a lion diet version because I'm using dairy and eggs. However, what I like about this recipe, it's really easy to make. Total time from start to finish is about 30 minutes. And any of your extra frittata muffins will last for a whole week in your fridge if stored properly. The macronutrient ratio for each of these carnivore cottage cheese frittata muffins is 2.1 to 1, with 24.4 grams of protein, 2.2 grams of total and net carbs per frittata muffins. Now let's get started. After assembling all of my ingredients, I preheat the oven to 370 degrees Fahrenheit or 188 degrees Celsius. For this recipe, you can get your favorite mild Italian or chorizo sausage, and all you have to do is cut through the casing and remove the meat. Also, you have to cut the bacon into small bite-sized pieces of about 1 inch to 2.5 centimeters per piece. When you finish cutting up the bacon, drop it into a heated frying pan, which is set to medium heat. Fry to a light crispy stage, and when all the bacon is done, use a slotted spoon to scoop out and transfer to a plate. But do leave all of the bacon fat in the pan. Next, crumble the sausage meat as you place it into the frying pan, and then use your spatula to spread out the meat. And do try to make the pieces all the same size and as small as possible. Continue cooking the sausage meat until it's well done. When your sausage meat is all done, use a slotted spoon to scoop it out, then transfer to a plate with the bacon. In the meanwhile, as my meat was frying, I cracked all of my eggs into a large mixing bowl. Then drop in your cottage cheese and give everything a good whisk to combine. Next, drop in the freshly grated Parmesan cheese, not the pre-ground or grated stuff that you buy in a store. And then again, give it a good whisk to combine the Parmesan into the mixture. And I also add the finely ground salt. Whisk until everything is very well combined. Now it's time to drop in the bacon and whisk to combine. And then also the cooked sausage meat, and again whisk or stir to combine. I'm going to use silicone cupcake or muffin tin, but I'm first putting it on my baking sheet so that it's easier to transport. Using a paper towel, dip into the leftover bacon fat in your frying pan and grease the inside of your cupcake muffin form. Here you have an option. You can ladle 1/3 cup and get 12 frittata muffins, or if you use a 1/2 cup, you will get 10 larger frittata muffins. In this video, I used a 1/2 cup because I wanted to make larger muffins for my guys. However, I have found this larger one much too filling for me, and I prefer the smaller ones. As I said, decide which size you want and scoop out the almond mixture and fill each of the cups. When you're pouring out, try to make sure that each cup has about the same amount of egg, bacon, and sausage. After evenly distributing all of your mixture, place the tray into the middle position of your preheated oven and set your timer for 20 minutes, at which point test with a toothpick, and if it's not done, give it another 5 minutes, and then take it out. When your frittata muffins are done, remove them from the oven and let them rest as is for 5 minutes. After that time, remove each of the frittata muffins out of the mold and transfer them onto a cooling rack. These frittata muffins can be served while warm or at room temperature. For any of your extra or leftover frittata muffins, cool them completely to room temperature and then store them in an airtight container and place it in your fridge. These Carnivore cottage cheese frittata muffins will keep really nicely in your fridge for about 5 days. Alternatively, you can freeze them, and frozen will keep for several months. So this is one of several carnivore options we have for breakfast. If you have a moment, leave me a comment and let me know what you like to serve for our carnivore breakfast. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch my video, and I would be very grateful if you would share the channel or video link. Most importantly of all, check to make sure you're subscribed and your notification is turned on to all, and come back when I post my next video. Until next time, have a very happy and healthy day. Cheers!